Mitrulara Bandhulara, welcome, Vanakkam to South Asia Maps. This is an education channel. Your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy, Joggari Thirupathi REddy. Mitruna, we are continuing our Assam series. Previously, we have identified around about 35 or so physiographic regions, that is the geographic regions. We'll be exploring these 35 geographic regions in depth in the next series of presentations. In the Barak region, we have identified three. I have delineated Barak River Gorge region, that is a defile, a type of a pass or ghat, or you can say canyon. Then the Barak River Plain, that is essentially Silhet Plains or Kachar Plains, downstream of Banga Bajar, a town near Badarpur, that is the Karimganj district. Downstream, the river divides into Surma River, Kushiara River. This is in the historic Silhet Basin depression that we call it Surma Kushiara Basin. So three parts, and we'll be covering this particular part, Barak River Gorge Defile Canyon region, where the river flows deep in between the mountains, Animatol Mountains and western Manipur Hills. These series, that is the Assam series, Colonial Assam series or British Assam series, that includes Assam and Sylhet region we are covering, and this is part 3, a Barak River Gorge Defile. Next we'll cover the Silchar Plains, that is the Barak Plains, and downstream of the Barak region where it bifurcates. All these presentations, Mitranam, I posted at South Asia Maps J. Reddy Education channel. There are 770 as of 2025 March. I have put them in round about 70 or so playlists. You can pick and choose the playlist you like. The physiographic maps when compared to the political administrative maps are much better, or in a sense they give a different perspective of the land, terrain, and how the physical nature of the land with respect to the mountains, hills, plains, and so on. This is the Dakeshwari town. This is the Shillong town in the Meghalaya Plateau. This is the Pragjyotishapura, that is the Dispur. And Gauhati region, you can see the Meghalaya Plateau, Brahmaputra Valley, and so on. Historic 7 district, Goalpara, Kamrup, Darang, Lakhimpur, Sivasagar, Naugang, Kachar, and Silhet, Srihatta, Shribhumi region, Meghalaya district, and Mymensingh district. These we will explore. Before that, you should be having a broader idea. We discussed before in physiographic regions. We are looking at 1A now, next 1B, 1C. These are all related to Barak region south of Bareil range. And here I am expanding that, those 35 or so. If you didn't have the chance to look at, we are looking in this part now. Geographic regions. If you keep that broader map in perspective, you will get these things clearly. What are the borders? This is the Red River, here is the Barak River Gorge. Barak River comes in the Purvanchal mountain regions. They have different names locally, like Bareil Hills, Animatol Hills, Manipur Hills, and so on. Excuse me. Animatol hilly region of Manipur, former princely state. The river flows between Animatol Hills here and western Manipur Hills here. And this is the Purvanchal region, so that is the border. And Jiri River joins westernmost, that is the Jiri River basin. And Tuwai River comes here. I that is the Tuai River Basin Gorge. Iring River Basin, this is the green one is the Iring River here. And Makaru River, there is also National Park, Makaru. This is the light bluish Makaru River. So these are the areas. And downstream will get the Barak River Valley, and distance you will get the Surma Kushiara Basin. And cutting the Barak range, you will get the half-long gorge area and Dauki Falls, escarpment that climbs into Meghalaya Plateau region. So taluks are mostly the western Manipur region, west of Impal Valley, and there is a famous Kabul Lamjo National Park that is well known for. This is south of Impal, near Impal, and world's largest floating lakes, a mixture of the plants and certain fauna, flora and fauna sandwiched in soil, clubbed together. That is a type of floating lake. We'll see the picture. They are called Pundis or Pumti. The origin of the river is the Limatol Hills in the Senapati district of Manipur, Manipur-Nagaland border. This is the Konpung village, Manipur-Nagaland border, Animatol Hills. Then, this is the type, at Taipei Muk. This is the tri-junction between the Manipur and Mizoram and Silhet district, that is the Assam tri-junction, that is the Taipei-Muk. The river moves north. It gets a tributary called Jiri Muk that comes from the Kachar region, north, that is the Silchar region, from the Bareil mountains. Jiri Muk. Muk means a dwar where the smaller river joins the bigger river, like Dihang Muk and Jiri Muk and so on. Then it flows the western direction. Near Jirimuk, maybe few kilometers west, there is a town called Lakipur. From the Lakipur, the river perfectly flows in the Barak plain region. So that is the important thing you have to keep in mind. This is the Loktak Lake, that is the national park, Kabul National Park, that has the floating islands famous for Fundis. So these are the rivers. Let's try to map the river so that you know. So this is the gorge. The red one I have shown all this the Barak. Red one is the gorge, Defile Canyon, and middle from Lakipur to Bangabajar. This is the valley, Barak Valley. Once the river bifurcates, northern part of Surma, southern part of Kushiara, we call it the Silhet Basin or Surma Kushiara Basin. So you can remember here the valley, Manipur Impal Valley. Let's first put the river. The river has to come from here, the border. I will start from here, it's easier to so that go back. That comes there, that goes there, and that goes there. The green one is the main Barak River. I am following that. West side of that one is the West Manipur Hills. Goes to the, that's the river, main river, Barak. That's the part we are talking about. That's the gorge. Manipur Gorge. So this is other important tributary. This is also national park, something like that. That's the macro. That's the macro. We have mapped macro. Other major one we'll map, that is Iring River. Remember the river has a lot of tributaries and so on. That's the Iring River. Blue one is the Iring River. Then the yellow one is this little more complicated. It flows in many provinces. So yellow one, that is the Tuai River. Tuai River. This is the tri-junction. This is the tri-junction. This is the Manipur. This is the Nagaland. This is the Silchar. That is the Silchar district. That's there it goes. Yeah, that's from here a river called Jiri. river comes in along the border. I am showing here Jirimukh. That's the Jirimukh. Here there is a Lakipur. I am showing here Lakipur. That's the Lakipur. From Lakipur onwards, it goes to place called Badarpur. Badarpur. Near Badarpur, there is a town called Bangabajar. So Lakipur, no, it should be straight, but should be like that. That's the actually valley that we'll look in the next part. So to map it, we'll see where the river originates. You can see the Jirimukh, where the Jiri river comes. You see, Jirimukh, there is no. That's the Jirimukh. Say Assam, Manipur, this is the Jiri river, Jirimukh. That's the Jirimukh. From Jirimukh, a little bit, you get Lakipur. From the Lakipur onwards, it goes in a perfect plain. That part we'll talk later. Up to Bangabajar, it's called valley. The river itself originates in a place called Kongpung. It's the Senapati district of Manipur, former princely state. You can see there Barak river here. So Kongpung. Kongpung too, we can say Jirimukh or Lakipur, the gorge exists. That's what we are talking about. So here we can see, because the highly mountainous region and now river also dry, difficult to map. I am trying to get a broader picture for you. So this is the Jirimukh, while this is the Makru. This is the Makru river. This is the Jiri river. Jiri Makru Wildlife Sanctuary. So Jiri river is this one. This is the Makru river. And Jiribam and Jirimukh will be somewhere here. Lakipur is somewhere here. Tipaimukh will be in the tri-junction. Tipaimukh here. So again, this is the, you can see Impal Valley, Lai Animatol Mountains. This is the main river. This is the western Manipur Hills. This is the Bareil Range. This is the Haflang Gorge, where from Badarpur railway junction to Haflang here. Now this is the Silhet town. This is the Shillong town. This is the Kapili River Reservoir, I think Umrangso. And yeah, we'll see this part. This is not that clear because here it is. So that's the Kabul Lamjo National Park. This is the lake. So the Kabul Lamjo National Park here in the Manipur. Near here that's the lake. And Phumdis is nothing but a type of island, a floating island. You can see the floating lake, Phumdis. That's a very unique feature in the planet Earth. Only Manipur has that. So this is the lake, but these are made with flora and fauna, small floating lakes. You can see small floating lakes in that one. This is not very interesting. So that's what we wanted to talk about today. We discussed about the fascinating Barak River Gorge defile area from Konpung village to Jirimukh. Jirimukh to Konpung or Konpung to Lakipur is essentially a defile gorge where the river flows in the deep mountain areas. After Lakipur, it enters into Kachar Plains, that is the Silchar Plains, flows through Kachar district and Hailakandi district and Karimganj district and so on. In the next presentation, we'll see the part 2. That should be the Barak River Valley Basin. This is the basin. You see the Jiri River to Bangabajar. That part we'll cover in the next presentation. Thank you very much, Mitranam, joining me today. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. And if you like these presentations, you can post your comments or suggestions. And see you later, Mitranam.